Hello and welcome to busyworksbeats.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make R&B melodies using a new technique called multi-keys. I learned this from Sway Flow, and shout out to B-Sticks for the textures, and shout out to Kavan Dignam for his sauce, and then shout out to Sauceware Audio for even more sauce. So let's get into it. Here's what it sounds like. All right, so the technique is called multi-keys. I use Arturia's pigments for this. Apparently you can use Contact. I don't know how to do it in Contact just yet. In short, for all those who already have this plugin, you're gonna go drop down over here, go to sample mode, and then we're gonna use each one of these tabs to load up a different one-shot sample. I would highly recommend you guys look at Coop the Truth's one-shot kits. He has really dope textures on his one-shots. So just drag and drop the one-shots on each one of these pads. So we have 6 one-shot samples, all different. And what we do is once we click on the pad, we're going to go to edit, and then you guys can put it on the styling that you want. Okay, but what I do is I put mine on loop mode, and I go here to go back and forth looping. So now it goes forward and backward. The sound you're hearing is, I think, my synth. Let me turn that off. My fault, yo. Okay, so the sample's going forward and then backward. Okay, so that creates a unique sound when you hold notes. Okay, so the next step, once you guys have all this edited to loop, go to map mode, and we're gonna go to random. Now, round robin triggers each thing, like it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E, F. I didn't want it to be that predictable, but when you play multiple notes, you might create a cool sound. So more of a Drake vibe on the round robin thing, but random is really cool for like R&B. So now it randomly picks every single note that I hit. It picks either A, B, C, D, or A, B, C, D, E, or F, and it picks one of those notes per each note that I'm playing. So it creates a really unique sound. Now you guys can click on all this random stuff to customize the sound, but that's the gist of how to start on that sound. Now, as far as the effects I have on here, I'm going to turn off Reactor for now. I have the Steven Slate Verb Suite Classics and powered by Liquid Sonic's impulse responses. In short, I have it on a really small room, like less than 500 milliseconds, and I'm using the chorus knob. It basically adds dimension to the sound to make it feel like it's coming from a real space as opposed to just a sound coming out of a computer. Okay, so let's start from scratch. We're gonna use the drums. Now, the drums are running through what's called a UAD 34 tape echo. It's on the preset called Rockability Room. That's what that like type sound is. Gives you that Griselda vibe. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is mute my mic, and we're going to play some chords. I like to start with chords first because chords kind of create the vibe. Now R&B, we're going to use 7th chords. I'm going to show you guys how to do it, and then I'll play it out because it just sounds better played by hand. But here's the theory, is we're going to play a D minor 7th chord, starting at D. And we're going to revoice this so it sounds different. So we're going to take the 3rd, pull that up an octave. We're going to take the root note. We're going to duplicate this down an octave. Let's see what it sounds like, actually. Let's program it by hand. Let's see if we get a vibe. Okay, so now we're going to pull this down. Okay, so we're playing D minor 7 here, and then I want to go down to C major 7th. So let's pull this down. So we have here the tonic in what's called the 5th, which is 7 semitones away from the tonic. So this is the root note. We're going to count up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That gives you the that gives you the perfect 5th, and it always is the perfect 5th. So we have the tonic in the perfect 5th and the lowest notes of this chord, and the 3rd is raised. So all we need to do basically is hit shift up to raise the 3rd and the 7th. Highlight these, hit shift up. So now play C major 7th. Now I'm going to go to the basic F major 7 next. I'm just using the root note here. I'm not like thinking about the entire chord. So F major 7th, and then let's go to, let's see what it sounds like first. Now, a quick way, instead of creating an entire new chord, we could take the tonic and the fifth, and if you land on a major seventh, you could hit shift up on the fifth and the tonic to create a different chord. Okay, so let's run that back. Okay, so I don't want it to like have that much tension right away. So let's figure out another chord we can go to. Now, usually I play D minor, so let's play it out. So I do. Okay, so I'll play E minor next, usually. Okay, so I'm copying a chord progression I do a lot. So let's bring the E. And then off of the E, let's cut it in half with this slice tool, hit shift, vertical slice. Now, because this is a minor chord, we're gonna take the tonic, the fifth, and the tonic and the bass and hit shift down. So my kind of rule for this, if you're taking this technique, is if it's a minor seventh, we can create tension by taking that tonic and the fifth down one. If it's a major seventh, we could take the tonic and the fifth and raise it up one. So it's just a little simple technique. Okay, so now let's like melodyify it. Let's hit Alt S in FL Studio, turn up the time strength and the tension here. There's another script I like to use in the tools here. It's called Remove Overlaps. You have to grab that from the image line forums though. It does not come with the program. Whoa, okay. My right click isn't working here. There we go. So now we have some motion in the chord, so it feels like a melody. Now another way we can create melody is moving the bass note around. A quick way to make bass lines, because somebody asked recently in my comments, is we're going to add what's called a perfect fifth. So we're going to take this note and go up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a little hard to hear. And then just come back down 7 notes. Okay, so we could do this same pattern. Boom, 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 boom. You know, whatever the tone is. A little hard to hear the bass, but let's try to up the volume on the bass. Let's just see if this changes the tone any. So I'll cut out the other notes so you guys can hear. That would even be a dope little like breakdown, just having the bass. So let's do that as a breakdown. That's pretty dope. All right, so now we're going to separate the bass. I'm going to copy it over. So that is how you like take chords and make it a melody. A lot of people skip over chords, but chords give you the keys to the melody. So you have this in context. Sounds crazy. So funny enough, the bass is our melody on this one. All right, so that's the vibe, and I will give you guys these project files for free. Just go to busyworksbeats.com/FL Studio to get these project files for free. If you want to learn how I made those chords and advanced melody technique, go to busyworksbeats.com/melody mastery. It's my new melody course. It teaches you guys music theory, the technique, the effects. Okay, so it goes pretty deep. Just go to busyworksbeats.com/melody mastery. Peace out, guys. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.